Good evening, everybody. My name is Sapna, Manager, Dr. KK Bhartiya Foundation of India. It's my honor to welcome all of you to our 68th weekly webinar. Topic for today's session: Yoga as a lifelong practice. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to our co-host for today's webinar, Dr. Ragini Paul, Principal Max Sports Senior Secondary School, Pashchim Bihar; Mrs. Sarika Arora, Principal Ramjas Public School, Day Boarding; Mrs. Prachi Grover, Chairperson Vidya Bharti School; Mrs. Inderjit Kaur Batra, Principal Prestige Convent School, Secretariat, Mohini. Now I invite Dr. Ragini Paul to say a few words.
Thank you, Sapna, for having me here. Hello, everyone, and a pleasant greeting of the day to each one of you. I, at the onset, consider it my distinct honor to welcome on board Mr. Sarvesh Sastry, founder of Sarva Yoga, India's fastest growing yoga-based wellness ecosystem. Sir, you need no introduction, but yes, this is for the parents and the students who joined in, especially the young students, Mr. Sarvesh is aptly known as a millennial, modern, witty entrepreneur who has managed to bring yoga into the mainstream. He's a charismatic speaker who has shared n number of success stories at various conferences like the INC conference, the TEDx, UN's Youth Change Makers, etc. Mr. Sarvesh, warm welcome and thank you for sparing your time, because the more I speak, the less it is going to be. I mean, without any exaggeration, because you need no introduction. I also extend a warm welcome to Ms. Naina Agarwal Ahuja, Trustee, Healthcare Foundation of India and founder of Talking Point Communication. As a trustee, Ms. Naina has played an instrumental role in strategizing and executing the NGO's key activities and ensuring wide reach and recall. A recipient of many awards, Naina has a master's degree with distinction in international public relations from Cardiff University, UK. Thank you, Naina, for having all of us come together to be talking about this topic. A warm welcome and a big thank you to my fellow travelers for joining in today and contributing to the topic, yoga as a lifelong practice. Ms. Prachi Grover, Chairman Vidya Bharti School, a dear friend and a well-wisher. Ms. Sarita Arora, Principal Ramjas Public School. Ms. Inderjit Kaur Batra, Principal Prestige Convent School, Rohini. It's also our pleasure to have our parents, students, and teachers across the nation on board today. We know we are all globally facing challenges infinite, at the health front at least. And under the current pandemic situation, we are all drained physically, emotionally, and socially, of course, because we have been cocooned for the last 1.5 years, which is a long spell. And we have realized that, yes, living in isolation is neither easy nor is it healthy for any one of us. The younger generation is hard hit because their major development has kind of come to a standstill. And it's heart wrenching to know that. But yes, we have to stay strong and ensure good health to one and all. What other than practicing yoga and making it a habit and a lifestyle? We have just celebrated, we know, the International Yoga Day and are fully aware about the benefits. Without wasting any of the time, may I request Sapna now to introduce the panelists and then hand over to the moderator for the day, Ms. Naina Agarwal Ahuja. Take over. Thank you.
Ms. Sarika, ma'am.
A very good evening to Ms. Naina Agarwal Ahuja, our eminent speaker for the day, Mr. Sarvesh Sastry, fellow principals, teaching faculty, parents, and dear children. To begin with, I pay my tributes to Dr. K.K. Agarwal, who was an eminent Indian physician, senior cardiologist, president, Confederation of Medical Association of Asia and Oceania, president of Healthcare Foundation of India. Through his untiring work towards the public awareness and health welfare programs, he impacted millions of lives during this pandemic of COVID-19. And then, because of all his contribution to this field, He became the people's doctor. Miss Nana is keeping with with her father's legacy, is taking it forward and continuing his good work of HCFI, which he had started. Today, we have all gathered here to discuss the importance of yoga as a lifelong practice. The work, today's world of work has become really disrupted in various ways. We constantly need to deal with various situations which are new to us at workplace, at home, even in education. All of us are required to keep a healthy balance between both our work, our learning, and our homes. And lifelong learning is the only way forward and need of the hour to deal with. To become a lifelong learner, all of us must have a sound mind and a sound body, which can observe, question, learn, and absorb new things. Yoga, which is an ancient practice of meditation, will help all of us to attain a healthy mind and a healthy body by building our immunity. It provides mental and physical benefits and also helps us to develop skills and acquire new knowledge. So let us hope that all of us become the lifelong learners and practitioners of yoga from and take the guidance from Mr. Sarvesh. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Miss Prachita.
A very good evening to everyone present here. I think coming in third to say something, both my esteemed colleagues have actually introduced the topic today so beautifully. So there's not much left for me to say other than a very, very warm welcome to everyone here today. I thank Nana ji a lot for continuing the legacy of her father. It just begins to show to all of us what KK Agarwal did during those 2 years that we were locked inside the doors, and to see that legacy continuing is so heartwarming. So thank you, Naina ji, for taking it forward the way you are doing. International Yoga Day was just last week. A lot of us attended a lot of workshops. We planned a lot of events within our school premises, even virtually, to bring the importance of yoga to our students and enhance the understanding of yoga within India itself. Yoga has become so important, not just nationally, but internationally in recent years. I think the reason for yoga becoming so popular is not just because of the physical benefits it brings to individuals, which is quite key to yoga becoming popular, but also the mental stability that you can acquire through inherent practices that yoga brings to our lifestyle. So I am really looking forward to today's session. And Mr. Sashi, thank you so much for joining us today. And I welcome everyone, parents, students, my colleagues, as well as teachers from all the organizations who are present here today. So thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Miss Neeraj Corner.
A very good evening to all the viewers in today's live session. I extend a heartfelt gratitude to Ms. Naina Agarwal Ahuja, Trustee of HeartCare Foundation of India, for giving me the opportunity to share this virtual platform. It warms my heart to see the legacy started and nurtured by Dr. K.K. Agarwal is branching out and giving its warmth of love and care with the same spirit of serving humanity. The theme of the session, Yoga is a lifelong practice, is very relevant in today's time as the pandemic COVID-19 has thrown life out of gear. It has not only affected the physical health of people, but the emotional traits too. So as per my understanding, yoga is a physical, mental, and spiritual practice. The harmony of these components is a source to pacify mind. Yoga can help you in innumerable ways as it powers your body, mind, soul to fight the stress and everyday's problem of life. Modern uncontrolled lifestyle has led a generation to health disorders and emotional distress. A bad lifestyle, an absence of self awareness could lead to destructive habits and a pessimistic vision of life. So, to cleanse your body and spirit, You should find out the right kind of yoga for yourself and practice them regularly for best results. Every yoga posture has some exclusive benefits for your body and soul. It helps you control your mind. Fitness of the body depends on the fitness of mind. Yoga is not only physical exercise, it is also a way of developing your mental ability and concentration levels. So we all are so fortunate today to have Mr. Sarvesh Shashi, founder of Sarva, with us as the key speaker, and I'm very enthusiastic and looking forward to have a wonderful hour of enlightening learning. So, dear students, teachers, parents, I'm sure that we all will be immensely benefited with today's session. Now, I hand over the platform to Ms. Nana Agarwal Ahuja for the further proceedings of today's session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It is really a great honor to be amongst so many principals and so many people who are so much more senior to me. It is there is so much to learn from you, and there's so much to thank all of you for the learning that you impart to all the students here, and to everyone else. Um, Sarvesh, I've known for quite some time, and he's someone who inspires me too. So for everyone here, I mean, for whoever doesn't know, Sarvesh is not just a millennial yogi. He's been Forbes 30 under 30 Asia. He's been Fortune 40 under 40, even though he's still in his 20s. He's been listed as the GQ's 15 most influential. He's the founder of Sarva. He's one person who inspires everyone to do yoga. He makes yoga, um, he defines yoga to be something that's not boring. He makes yoga fun. He makes yoga something that can help you lose weight. He can make you have a peace of mind. So yoga is not just about sitting in one place and meditating. Yoga is so much more, and that's something that Sarvesh can actually tell all of us. He advocates and he teaches over 20 forms of yoga. Sarvesh has managed to even get people like Jennifer Lopez, Alex Rodriguez, Malaika Arora, Shahid Kapoor, Meera Kapoor, Aishwarya Dhanush, you name all of them, even cricketers like Shikhar Dhawan to associate with him, to support his cause and to do yoga as a way of life. And that's yoga is what defines his success and what defines their success as well. So Sarvesh today is going to tell all the children here, all the parents here, teachers, how yoga can actually be an integral part of your lifestyle, how it can change your life. He has recently also recovered from COVID. However, throughout his COVID journey, he was working with all of us. He was speaking to all of us, and he was very much active. So the point is, Savesh, how did you actually do it? So welcome to welcome to the program. Would love to understand and hear from you what your story has been, what your yoga journey has been. Why did you adopt yoga at such a young age? Um, if you could tell us a little about all of that, I think it's a very inspiring story, and people want to know.
No, firstly, thank you so much for having me here, esteemed principals, teachers, students who are listening, and parents and everybody else. A lot of times, and I say this very often, that a lot of times people ask me what has made you what you are today, and I give every single part of it, a big part of it rather, to my teachers in school, because I've only done schooling. I've not gone to college. Although I wrote in my college exam paper that I'll promise I'll make the college proud, please pass me, which exam also I failed, unfortunately. But all the students listening here, don't do that. I don't know. But, I'm used to standing outside of very friendly sort of multiple teachers who really, really shaped my life. So I do genuinely believe as fundamental, the education system, the teachers, the schools are actually what makes a student, makes a child what he or she will end up becoming going forward. So thank you so much. I'm just going to give you a quick brief about me. My name is Sarvesh Shashi. I was born in Kerala, was brought up my entire life in Chennai, and now I'm currently living in Bombay. But as I speak to you, I am in Udaipur. I describe my life into two parts. One is a life after 17, and the other is a life before 17. And before 17, I describe my life with the four A's, which is arrogance, attitude, anger, and anxiety. As a 6-year-old child, I wanted to play cricket for India and win the World Cup, like every second, if not third Indian boy wants to do that. And that was my dream too. My parents put me into a yoga class when I was 6. I did yoga till I was about 17. I met my guru at the age of 17, who I thought will show me the halo of light around my head and help me play for India faster. But unfortunately, rather, he said, Sarvesh, if you ever think I can enlighten you, you are a fool and I'm a bigger fool. That kind of hit me quite hard. I started really liking him. I went to my dad and I said, I want to continue his sessions. Dad said yes. My journey started when I was 17 years old. I went on to be Manvrat for 40 days. I used to meditate for 9 hours a day. Um, Typically what youngsters wouldn't do. I did almost all of it. When I was 18 years old, I took up the 5 precepts that typically people are very, very worried in taking, at least at my age, with my accessibility, assuming that these things are going to be followed for 40 days rhetorically. But my teacher told me 7 years, and I'm 29 now. It's been 11 years from the day I started. I've not broken any of the 5 precepts. I'll get into the 5 precepts in due course of time. But I think yoga is misconceived as a 1 hour practice. But let me tell you one thing for sure. Me talking to all of you right now is also yoga, because yoga means union. And Dr. KK Uncle has said that very, very beautifully in one of my sessions with him. And he brought in a lot of, ancient sort of stories to the word yoga, and told the meaning of yoga in an extremely amazing story format as well, because all of us today love to hear stories, and we understand, are able to visualize better in the form of stories. So that's how I started yoga. And the reason why I wanted to start the business was not to get into my dad's, actually, because he wanted me to get into his business. I tried going, wasn't my cup of tea. So the best reason I could give him for not getting into his was to tell him I'm starting my own. So when I was thinking what to start, I said, listen, 500 million people in India under the age group of 35, stress, anxiety, depression, obesity becoming a global epidemic. How do I make a difference in youngsters' life? So we started 25 forms of yoga. Our youngest yoga practitioner in Sarva is a 6-year-old child. Our oldest is a 92-year-old. And we've done basketball yoga for kids. We've done yoga with ropes for kids. We are a part of many school curriculums today. Fortunately, why? Because we made yoga fun. We made yoga modern, keeping the authenticity in place. So yoga is not meditation or Surya Namaskar or pranayama. Yoga is just a way of life that I would really, really request all of you all to kind of get into that zone. The reason being, 22 years of my yoga practice didn't tell me that you will not be affected by the virus. I had the second variant in me on the 7th of April. But fortunately, because of that practice and because of sort of healthier lifestyles, I tested negative in 8 days without any symptom, barring loss of smell and taste. But that being said, I would love for this to have be an interactive conversation, Naina, and I'm happy to do a couple of quick activities with the children, especially, and not the parents or the teachers, but with the children who have joined us. I would love to do something very interesting and see how attentive they are. And I would tell them the story of being aware also through their activity. But over to you. Let's make it as interactive as we can, because then I don't typically do lectures or talks.
Yes.
So yeah.
Totally agree, Sarvesh. For all the kids here, why don't can we have some of the children switching on the cameras so that Sarvesh can interact with them?
Yeah. So can all the wonderful principals and teachers switch off so that I can get the students in front of me and they will be in front of my screen. Otherwise, I have to keep going. Right. So all the students, please switch on your cameras. Great. Super. Hi. Hi, Arushi. Hi, Jay. Hi. Everybody else. Hi, Nishkam. How are you, Nishkam? All well? You're good? Great. Okay. Hi, Jay. How are you? Jay, hi. Jay's like looking somewhere else. Anyways, super. Everybody, great. So I want all of you all to sit straight. Okay, sit straight. Teachers can practice. Ragini ma'am, you should potentially practice. I would like to see your awareness as well with this. I'm going to say, all the kids, are you able to hear me? Clear, loud and clear? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Fan, fan, fan,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are
fantastic. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. So all of you can go on mute now. I'm going to say one. I'm going to say 1, 2,
Yes, sir.
3, clap. All of you all should clap. Yeah? I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, clap. All of you all should clap. Are we ready?
Yes, sir.
Can I have all your hands in front of the screen? Okay. Are
Yes,
we
sir.
ready?
Ready.
Ready. Okay. Rachi ma'am, you can also do it. Rachi ma'am, hands in front of you. Yes, very good. One. I'll say 1, 2, 3, clap, and then you should clap. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I said 1, 2, 3, clap, and then you clap. 1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, Jay. I said 1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3, clap. 3, 2, 1. Okay, great. Well done. Super. So, typically what happens is, and this is something that I do very often with kids. We have in fact, Naina, I'm hearing sounds. If everybody can mute, it'll be easier.
Yeah. Sapna, can you mute everyone?
Okay. So, I keep telling people that the reason why we do yoga is to be more aware, because typically we want things to, either we want to hear things or we see things the way we want it to and not the way it is. So a lot of people already assumed, a lot of people who clapped the first time, that I said 1, 2, 3, right? So the typical things that happen is you miss out on the details. A lot of people actually didn't clap at all, which means all of you all heard that if I say 1, 2, 3, clap, and only then clap, right? Everybody else said, okay, he said 1, 2, 3, clap, I'm going to clap. So the smallest of details is missed out, and the reason that we need to be aware of that detail is why we do yoga. That's why they say yoga is not life on the mat, it is life off the mat. So anyways, over to you, Naina.
So, Sarvesh, we've spoken about children. What about all the wonderful principals and teachers and parents here? I think children, of course, have been in front of their screens, and it's very important to understand that they've been stressed, but so have the parents, so have the teachers. Children, of course, can adapt. One, if you have any advice for the children about screen time and actually keeping stress at bay, and also everyone else. How do you actually, I'm in front of the computer from morning till night, and I'm sure everyone here is. Teachers, principals are usually used to going to school, but everyone is sitting at home right now. So how can a presence of mind, how can yoga actually help them with that?
Well, see, I think one, yoga, yes, but I think what's fundamentally important for everybody to know is self-care and self-love is important, right? Because as you all are aware, that I'm sure most of you all would have gone in a flight, and at the time of a flight taking off, the air hostess comes and says, during the time of an emergency or turbulence, the oxygen mask will fall off the roof. Wear it for yourself first, then even wear it for your child. What does that mean? Even during that emergency, only if you are happy, healthy, safe, can you help somebody else. Unless you help yourself, let me tell you this very, very honestly, you cannot help anybody else. It's impossible in capital letters, right? If somebody tells you no, being selfless, it's a very thin line between being selfless and selfish. So fundamentally, to every single person, 275 plus people on this call, please, please, please spend 30 minutes for yourself, whatever you like: breathing, cycling, walking, yoga, fitness, gym, just running around, whatever you like. If you're children, you don't need to be doing, I'm not telling you to do yoga. I'm telling you all, be active physically, which will definitely impact your mind, because a flexible body is a flexible mind. and vice versa as well. So I think for all of us, I would say three very important things. Number one is 30 minutes of self-care routine every single day. It's a 101% must. I don't think anybody should say I don't have the time, because I know many people who potentially work 18 hours a day or more, but that 30 minutes, no matter what you do, they will not pick up the phone, they will not do anything but spend that time for themselves, taking care of their mind and body. So number one, 30 minutes of self-care routine. Number two is it may sound funny, but drink lots of water, right? So drink lots of water is extremely important for your health, because what water can do, it's a natural healer to many things that you do. For instance, my father, I don't know how many potential medicines he used to have. Now, of course, a significant part of it is reduced because he's moved into Ayurveda, homeopathy, etc. But I think the reason why he kind of got into that was because his stomach is still working fine. Touchwood is because of his 5.5, 6 liters of water every day. So, second thing I would recommend is drink lots of water. Third thing, a lot of people don't realize the importance of eating early dinner, right? And parents, teachers, principals, students, everybody, early dinner really is a very big aspect in living a healthy life, right? There is science behind why food doesn't digest post sunset. It's all science based. This is not a Sarvesh theory. This is not a Sarva theory. This is existing out there. Monks have practiced it. Jains in this call will know the reasons on why after sunset largely food should not be intaken, especially the one that is not easily digestible, etc. So if people are able to follow these three simple routines, which is 30 minutes of anything that can physically keep you active, right? That number two is drink lots of water, and number three is early dinner. If these three can be followed, trust me, in 14 days, you will see a significant difference. And I can give that to you in writing on a blank piece of paper. Because we have treated, or rather touched upon, more than 1 million lives in the last many years of our existence. It is quite a lot of people, and we are telling you purely out of data, experience, feedback, responses of what people have told us. And we genuinely believe that if we think about it and want to do it, we can easily make it happen. But like I always say, that acceptance is the first step towards change.
Sarvesh, my question here is, Sarva believes that yoga is for all age groups, right? You mentioned that your youngest yogi is 6 years old and your eldest one is about 92 years. I just want to, so a lot of people feel that yoga is boring, yoga is traditional, yoga is meant for older people often. You're kind of redefining all of that, right? I want to ask the audience here, how many people actually do yoga at different age groups? And what is it that stops them from adopting yoga? What are those myths associated with yoga? What are those things that deter people from doing yoga as a daily practice, as a way of living more than anything else? And also maybe the other way around. Maybe we see that a lot of people are actually doing yoga because they know, because of people like you, that yoga is cool.
Well, ma'am, I just want to ask a question in response to this your question.
Yes.
Though it is not संकल्प से बड़ा विकल्प. संकल्प से बड़ा विकल्प नहीं. सर्वेश जी, can you define it? अगर संकल्प है तो विकल्प नहीं. Right? Am I right?
You have definitely seen my videos a lot.
Yes. You said in one of your videos, अगर संकल्प है तो उसका विकल्प नहीं. If you have decided something, then there's no alternative. So please help us to stay to this statement. How can we make a determination strong? How can we stick to the sankalp which we are taking? This happens often. Like as ma'am asked, we buy a yoga mat, then we buy a weighing machine, we buy earbuds so that we listen music and we'll do our exercise. But after some days, it vanishes. Yeah. So here, please guide us. I think this is many of my friends do face. I face this kind of situation?
Great question. I think sankalp mein koi vikalp nahi is what my Guruji had told me.
Yes.
So clearly you've seen a lot of my videos. So that's what my Guruji told me when he gave me 5 precepts when I was 18 years old. I mean, I think everything is interlinked, right? What is the interlinking here? For example, Naina, on 19th of June, we had over 250 kids doing yoga with us through Nickelodeon. Why? We made it fun. We didn't call Vrikshik Asana Vrikshikasana, we called it the tree pose. We didn't call Parvatasana, we called it the mountains pose. We called it the dogs pose, etc. Right? So different age groups will get accustomed to different kinds of things. So it's extremely important that we teach people in a language that they understand, and not because that we want to teach them in a way that we know to teach them. That's why there is always a saying, I'm a cricketer by profession. A good player need not be a good coach. A good coach need not be a good player at all. Because a good coach knows how to speak the language that the other person understands. So we, as a brand, we took a conscious call that we will change youngsters' lives. We will introduce basketball yoga for that. We have a 5-day workshop starting on July 5th because so many people joined us for the 19th and the World 21st Yoga Day session. And a lot of these kids are joining for that 5-day program. Why? Because we made yoga fun for them. And ma'am, to your question of Sankalp ke upar koi vikalp nahi, very, very rightly said, because it all starts off with accepting. Let me ask you a question. Will you go put your hand in fire?
And I'll put
will
a hand
you go in fire? Why? Because we have accepted that our hands will burn.
Yes, burnt. Yes, we will not do it deliberately.
Yeah, you have not. So people who are not taking it up, people who've bought the mat, bought your earbuds, like you said, and bought weighing machine and did yoga or workout or whatever 10 days, 11th day they have forgotten that their health is important. They have not accepted it. Yes. Because I can tell you, after practicing for 22 years, for me, why are we not forgetting to brush our teeth? Why are we not forgetting to have a shower every day? Why are we not forgetting to eat 3 times a day? We should forget that also, because everybody has told us, nahi, subah uth ke brush karna hai, subah uth ke khana hai, subah uth ke nahana hai, all that. But nobody has said that, take subah uth ke aapke sharir ko dekho, aapke man ko dekho, sleep properly. These things need to be inculcated. The idea is they need to accept that this is life, which is what self-care is life. Today, I mean, oxygen cylinders and what all has gone in you didn't need a pandemic to make you realize that you need to wash your hands twice a day. No. Yes. You didn't need a pandemic to make us realize have shower twice a day. Ye pandemic ka koi zarurat nahi tha. We all needed to ensure that, hey, this is hygiene, this is cleanliness, this is health, mental health, physical health, and so on. I mean, a pandemic making us realize all of this, we really need to start questioning as what the environment is also telling us. As parents, I think it's very important that all of us take the responsibility in our hand to say, hey, self-care and health is important in a language that they understand. If I tell a child, 6-year-old, Anulom Vilom Karo, they'll tell you bye, take care. They won't, they will not understand that. You have to tell them, let's use the basketball and start jumping. Hey, did you know when the tree pose gets onto the mountain pose, what will happen? Oh, you will find a snake and do Bhujangasana. That's when the child will get excited.
Yes.
And the best part is the result is the same. You will get the same outcome. The mode is different. Outcome will be the same. Outcome, they will have to inhale deeply, exhale deeply, and do that pose. But if I tell Arushi do Parvatasana se leke Ashtanga or Vinyasa, she'll be like, kya ho raha hai? She'll be like, what's going on? So I need to tell it to her in a language that she understands the best. which is basketball.
Reaction.
Sorry?
I said I may also react the same way as Arushi here.
Probably. Yeah, that's also true. That's also true.
Thank you.
Sarvesh, someone was asking a question on yoga poses that someone can do at their desk. Again, that extends to my question, right? I'm sitting at a desk right now. I have a few more meetings. I'm going to be sitting at a desk. What exactly can I do after this session, between this session and my next meeting, is what will also answer Ms. Shefali's question.
No, see, I think one thing that's really sort of resulted because of too much of screen time is stress and strain on the neck, right? And because of stress and strain on the neck, two things happen. Improper posture, your neck comes forward, right? And there's a lot of weight, heaviness on the neck, which causes and is also a result of anxiety, which is tomorrow, thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow. So I'm happy to do some quick neck stretches that all of us can follow at the comfort of their desk, wherever you are. Just these two stretches, you will see immediate difference, right? So whenever you're sort of sitting and you're feeling a certain strain, do these two stretches and you'll see it in like 3 minutes, you'll see a difference. Yeah? Let's do that. Okay, great. So all of you sit straight, spine straight, neck straight. Lift your left hand up. Sorry, my hand will go above the screen. Place it on your right ear. Okay. Push your right neck towards your left biceps and just stretch. Right hand down completely. Just stretch. You should hold your ear. With your palms, hold your ear and stretch. Close your eyes and count to 10, from 10 to 1. Count always in descending order. 10, 9, 8, 7. Close your eyes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Change other hand. Right hand on your left ears. Push your neck towards your right biceps. Left hand, palms facing the floor down and hold. Close your eyes. Count from 10 to 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay. And the next one is interlock your hands. Stretch your hands upward. And now slowly take a deep inhale. Inhale. Elbow straight and slowly move your biceps behind your ears. Behind your ears and hold. Hold there. It should be behind. Look at this. So you're stretching here and move it behind. Your neck is forward. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale down. Now close your eyes. Close your eyes. Both your palms on your knees. Palms on the knee. Close your eyes. Take one deep breath with holding. Inhale. Close your eyes. Hold your breath. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, exhale, exhale deeply. Exhale, exhale. Hold your breath. Do not inhale. Hold your breath. Eyes closed. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly open your eyes. Exactly 3 minutes.
Sarvesh, my next question is from Shubhika from 10B. What is the right age to start yoga?
6 years old. When you're 6.
What kind of...
Before 6, enjoy. Don't do yoga and all. Enjoy. Eat a lot of ice cream. Eat chocolates and all of that. Don't. Sometimes we overdo it. And in Malayalam, there is a proverb called Amritam Adhigamayalum Vesham, which means Amrit increases lifespan, right? Of people, at least that's what the heavenly worlds and stories have told us, if I may say so. I've never tasted it, unfortunately, but yeah, that's what people have said. And the saying says it also amritam, if too much of that also can become poisonous. So always look at balance, because balance is what typically people miss out on. We in two extremes, being come to the center, and yoga teaches us to be in an equanimous state of mind. So 6 years old is great to start, and anything after that is fantastic.
Sarvesh, we're getting a question from Sohani from class 10A. She's asking, are online video lessons beneficial to learn and practice yoga? I think this is a great place where you can actually tell us about your digital journey at Sarva as well.
Well, see, let me be very clear, right? And teachers will know this a lot better than even I do, because there's nothing can beat physical presence and teaching. There's no chance. If somebody comes and tells you, oh, yoga online is fantastic, it's easier, better than physical, I'm happy to tell myself that everybody's lying. No chance, right? But there are a lot of other pros and cons, which is timing, convenience, comfort of your home, don't need to travel, cost efficiency, etc. Sarva had more than 90 locations in 32 cities in India and 2 countries, 3 in London. We were Asia's largest chain of yoga studios with over 400 people, etc. And today we've shut everything. We exited 87 locations. We only have 3 locations in totality. We've become 100% online business. And after becoming 100% online, 750,000 people have downloaded our platform. We've completed 4 billion minutes of live classes. We've completed classes for, like I said, 6-8-year-olds, upwards of 85-90-year-olds. The types of yoga, it's just transformed completely. So yes, yoga videos online are extremely beneficial because of the practice, but I would still recommend you to, if there is an opportunity for you all to take a class physically in your schools, etc., do that, so that you get a gist of postures, you get a gist of a sort of connect with your teachers, etc. More than doing on-demand content, I would recommend all of you all to do live content, which is at least a lot better than on-demand in totality. I see Naisha raising her hand from 5th A. She has a question, I think.
Can someone
ask
Naisha?
Naisha, can you somebody unmute Naisha?
Sir, I have an app which is called Yoga for Kids and Their Families.
You have an app?
Yes, sir.
Oh, fantastic. You have built it?
Yes, sir. It has so many modes like all easy yoga, hard yoga, medium, animal, and my list. And it has so much of lines of good habits.
Great. You have built it, Naisha?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Is it available on Android? Where is it available?
Sir, it is available on Play Store.
Play Store. Okay. Is Janvi in this session, Naina?
I can check. Janvi, are you here?
And sir, we can also put a timer in that.
Fantastic. I'm going to tell. What's it called?
Yoga for Kids and Their Families, which is produced by Gunjan App Studios.
Yoga for
Kids and their families.
Yoga for kids and their families. Okay, great. I will check it out. Gunjan Studios, right?
Yes, sir.
Super. That's amazing. Congratulations on building that.
We also have a few other kids who are raising their hands, but I'll come back to that. My next question is, someone's asking the difference between meditation and yoga, and if there is a difference.
I get this a lot. It's asking, is there a difference between cricket and a cricket bat? It's a part of, the cricket bat is a part of cricket, right? So meditation is a part of yoga. I mean, like I said, unification of mind, body, and soul is yoga. Meditation means dhyan. Dhyan means awareness. Awareness means being in the present. There's nothing else. All of us tell, no, focus, guys, concentrate on your work. Hey, dhyan se karo. Nothing else. It means being aware and doing something. That's about it. And meditation teaches you to become more aware. Like meditation, and there are 122 types of meditation, and whether it's music, visualization, anapana, vipassana, transcendental, gratitude, compassion, lots and lots. But what we tell people to kind of, if you want to be in the present, what it really is important is you focusing on your normal and natural breathing, because that is the most important thing. Breathing is life, right? At the end of the day, if you stop breathing, then there is no life. So it's very, very important to focus on our breath and give utmost respect to our breath. We take it for granted quite often.
Sarvesh, my next question is, so I'm going to ask you quick questions, right, which may interest people here. What
is
so
it? It's not like a Karan Johar sort of a thing, right? So,
I think you know
like
Karan Johar better than I do, so I'd let you do those kind of questions. But my question being, so yoga benefits cricketers a lot. We know Shikhar Dhawan has been associated with Sarva as well. I know a lot of children here will be cricket fans. Anyone who's playing cricket here, and you yourself have been such a champ when it comes to cricket. What do you advise any of these kids here who want to become cricketers? How can yoga actually help them?
Well, see, I think there are two ways that yoga can help any professional athlete, and not just cricket. Any professional athlete, whether whichever sport the children are going into, and irrespective of gender, in two ways. One, it really helps you to become, just the physical aspects are, it increases strength, increases stamina, increases flexibility, and increases mobility. Because a lot of these professional sports have a lot of wear and tear on the body because of practice, games, etc. And yoga really helps in recovery by making you flexible, increasing mobility, strength, stamina, etc. And mentally, and most importantly, is it helps you again be in the present. And if you're playing cricket, and if you're batting, it'll help you look at the ball the way you need to look at the ball. If you're playing badminton and you're looking at the your shuttlecock, you'll be able to watch the shuttlecock and play accordingly. And irrespective of pressure, whether there is crowd or no, whether your parents are expecting you to win something, become a champion and come back, no. I think the what sport will teach everybody is the importance of gratitude, the importance of just going out there and performing and not expecting, because expectations is the start and beginning of every and any misery. So I would recommend everybody to also imbibe the practice of going and giving their respective 100% on the field, and leaving the rest for whatever is to happen. Because the moment you inculcate that, hey, you have to go and win and come, if they lose, there starts misery, right? So let them go and give their all, and let whatever needs to happen. But yes, go and give your 100%. And when you know that you've given your 100%, you always come progressively victorious. You're on mute, Naina.
This is another question that's come in the chat box. What about yoga, weight loss, and preventive sort of lifestyle ailments in totality? So one, obesity and yoga. How can yoga actually help someone who may be obese, how can it help tackle a sedentary lifestyle and the repercussions of it? Lots of kids here also, even teachers struggle to tell children that they must be active. they must be present completely when in a class or when in a session, not be distracted. How do you actually use yoga, and how do you communicate that effectively to the students so that they listen and so that they understand that it's good to have these good habits, which will eventually lead to hypertension and diabetes later on maybe, and also immunity wise, that's the most important thing in today's day and age.
Yeah, well, I think in one line, if I have to answer your first question of weight loss, out of 750,000 people who've come to us, over 75% have come to us for losing weight, and the average weight that people have lost in 14 days is 3 kgs. Right? My mom has lost 22 kgs in 3 months. So weight loss is absolutely possible through yoga because of two reasons. One, it improves your metabolism rate, and by improving metabolism rate, your calories also is potentially in a space that it could burn faster. So I think yoga is an absolute a great medium for sustainable weight loss. And do not try and lose weight immediately, like by doing fad diets, etc. Because what people don't realize is, in the journey of weight loss, it's 80% what happens in the kitchen and 20% what you do outside physically. So yes, it's important that you practice any form of physical activity, but weight loss will be largely possible if you're able to control what goes inside your system. And my Guruji always says, a spiritual person's the first thing that they are able to control in the path of spirituality is their tongue, which is your food. So it's extremely important to watch what you eat and to know what you're eating. So yes, weight loss is absolutely possible. We've had over 500,000 people losing weight with us through our platforms, live, interactive, on demand, etc. And the second one is, yes, I think if you're able to start early, if you're able to start the lifestyles which is going to positively impact you early, a lot of these late stage lifestyle related sedentary ailments will potentially not occur, like diabetes, thyroids, PCOS, weight, obesity, even lack of sleep is a big problem in today's day and world, right? People are always complaining of improper sleep, and more importantly, we do get a lot of people complaining of back pain, neck pain, arthritis, a lot of these things. The reason for all of this is not because you're sitting a lot and all of that. It's a combination of a lot of things, right? It's a combination of you not having worked out for the longest time in your life, you having been sitting for the longest time in your life. We see a lot of teachers, especially people who stand a lot, get varicose veins. Very common problem, right? And good healthy eating habits, good healthy breathing techniques, etc., can genuinely help. So yoga or any preventive or alternate medicine helps you in removing or managing the problem from its root. So one, it is time consuming. Two, it needs to be practiced regularly. Three, it needs to be practiced with the right intention and the right guidance.
Ragini ma'am, Sarika ma'am, Prachi ma'am, Indrajit ma'am, do you have any questions? I also see some kids who are wanting to ask questions. Sarvesh, as always, I think this session is going to go slightly longer than the demarcated time because a lot of people want to ask you questions and know from you.
Thank you, Nainaji. It would be lovely to ask the question actually, but let me thank Mr. Sashi for what he said today. Some of the things, especially around self-care and yoga that he said have really struck a chord. I believe in me, and I believe with a lot of us who are present today. So thank you, Mr. Sashi. What I do want to ask surrounding yoga is that, at the age that I am, I think majority of my friend circle is actually practicing yoga, but we procrastinate a lot in terms of the time that we should be taking. It should be morning, evenings, afternoon. How important is it, the time of the day that you should practice yoga at? Should it be morning or evenings? What would be your suggestion there?
Well, great question. And a lot of people end up not doing it because of these very simple questions, right? Of, I didn't know what to do. So I think fundamentally, my only, I'm not going to get into Brahma Muhurt mein karna hai, ya mornings, evenings. My only two sort of golden rules for doing yoga is one, do yoga. That's number one. Number two is do it 2.5 hours before your meal. That's it. Whatever. Otherwise, there is no problem at whatever time you're doing. But just ensure that you're 2.5 hours gap before your last meal. So if you're able to maintain that, you can do it at whatever time you want to. Yes, preferred time is in the morning because it will keep you energetic throughout the day. But that is fine if you don't have time in the morning. You can absolutely do it in the evening, but 2.5 hours before. But like I said, fundamental golden rule is to do it. That 30 minutes every day. A lot of people have doubts. How many minutes should I do it every day? Start off with 5 minutes for all you care. What is 5 minutes? Wake up in the morning, finish your morning routine, come back to your bed, sit straight, spine straight, do 11 deep breaths. That's it. That's it. 11 deep inhale and exhale. That's it. Conscious 11 deep inhale and exhale. Today, even that people don't do. It's sad, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And when the pandemic happened, hey, everybody's reaching out to Sarva. Pranayama sikao, meditation sikao. Yeah, my this, my that. I'm like, we've been there for the last 8 years. Where did all this go before that? Right? Where did all this go? We've been putting our head against the wall and saying, hey, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. No. Now they all want to do 1 hour of pranayama. I'm like, no, 1 hour is a lot. Again, don't go to the other extreme. Like, don't do 1 hour of pranayama. Just practice 10 minutes. 10 minutes every day. And like I'm saying, and I'm saying this in an open forum, that if your lives don't change, I'm happy to listen to anybody in this call and do whatever you all say, including completing my degree, which I haven't, which is my most difficult thing according to me. But anything else, I'm happy to do. But what I'm trying to say is, you need to accept that my body and my mind is important for anything to happen. Whether you need to be a good teacher, whether you need to be a good mother, whether you need to be a good, son, daughter, whatever it is, you need to take care of yourself. If that doesn't happen, nothing is going to happen. And sooner than later, everybody will realize, oh, it's too late.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Sarvesh, whenever I have observed in almost 40% in each class, the children, they are wearing spectacles. That too at very young age. Cause can be the screen time or maybe the improper diet or lack of exercise. Kindly suggest something like the children should keep their vision healthy. In yoga, do we have some particular asanas?
Lots of asanas, lots of pranayamas.
Kindly give 1 or 2 to my children, those who are here in this meeting room, at least, which they can do easily and can get the benefit of it to protect their vision or to improve their vision.
Well, I don't know how much I can teach now, unfortunately, because there are lots. But anyways, I will.
Anything, one simple exercise which can be the daily routine of the students. We can tell them in the assembly or in the prayer.
Am I visible?
Yes.
Yeah. So stand straight, okay? Keep both your fingers this way. Your index and your middle finger. It should touch each other. Your middle finger will touch each other. Okay? Your eyes should be seeing the center point of this. So and then what you do is, if you're able to focus, which is from here, if you can go here and come back. From here, if you can go here, come back. When you're going here, you should.
I urge all the students, those who are there in the meeting room, please try to follow, sir. Please try to follow, so that at least you learn one exercise which you should do it every day.
And no, sir, Sarvesh, perfectly fine. So,
okay,
if you're able to do this regularly, it's great. Second thing is Anulom Vilom Pranayam, which you can just download if everybody's on. We have the Sarva app today, has yoga for kids from 5 years old and upwards. Right? We have a lot of interesting programs for kids. So the Sarva app, if you can download it on Android and iOS, and the app has a lot of programs for kids also. And it has a pranayama called Anulom Vilom, which is alternative nostril breathing. If you're able to do that, that will also help in improving eyesight.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
I had a question, Sarvesh, but I think when it was asked, I think one of my fellow travelers asked a question, and I think it's already been answered because I think amidst the current chaos and confusion that's going on in everybody's life, what we are all looking forward to, because we realize that health is a priority, as you said. Many of us had been taking it for granted for n number of decades, but this pandemic, of course, yeah, besides its repercussions, it has taught us the bitter truth of life, that nothing matters when it comes to health, because jahan hai to jahan hai. So I would want to know that I wanted to know that what is the best way to de-stress ourselves, because whatever is going around is going to happen for some more time, as the medical fraternity says. And with the third wave hitting some of the states in India already, the shivers are going down the spine. But what is the best way that we can remain focused and positive through yoga, of course? If one or two tips you could just share.
Well, I think if every day in the morning and one as soon as you wake up and as when you are going to sleep, so I'll tell you something, right?
Mhm.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I read every day in the morning,
I'm full
right?
grateful.
If you're all able to say, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I'm blessed, and close your eyes and genuinely feel it from the bottom of your heart,
Mm-hmm.
your life will change. Today, we all forget to be grateful. And that is why I say one line, and I would really kind of urge everybody to say it as well at any point of their day, which is love like there is no tomorrow. I repeat, love like there is no tomorrow. And if tomorrow comes, love again, which is what, just be loving. There is nothing in this world that one needs to be non-upset about, or upset about. Because if you all ask me, does 220 people at this point of our lives, at this very moment, have any concern? I don't think so. You're all listening to me. I'm speaking, and when you're speaking, I'm listening, and it is a great conversation. When does problem start? When you're thinking about yesterday, or when you're thinking about tomorrow. And as my Guruji says, as long as you're breathing, don't worry. So everybody in this call are breathing. Everybody in this call have the opportunity to come, log into a Zoom class, have great teachers, have great parents, etc., and are here now. And what is happening, right? We can wish well for the world, but it needs to start from ourselves. It needs to start from ourselves. Why are people shouting out their lungs saying, wear a mask, not for you, for others?
Yeah.
That's the whole idea is that. So if you're able to wake up and sleep, end the day with some form of gratitude prayer, your life will change. 2 minutes. I'm not asking for more. And if people can't give 2 minutes, 1 minute in the morning, 1 minute in the night, you really need to start questioning life decisions. And I can tell you this with, I'm younger than all teachers here, of course, and older than some of the young children. But I can tell you for a fact that if you're not able to give 2 minutes, 1 minute in the morning and 1 minute in the night, uh, there is something fundamentally wrong, right? Which is for ourselves. So, one is being grateful. Two, a simple technique is the Anulom Vilom Pranayam. Because Anulom Vilom Pranayam, which is the alternative nostril breathing, helps you in balancing every single part of our body that are in pairs. Right brain, right eye, right ear, left ear. Everything in our body that are in pairs, it helps in balancing it. So Anulom Vilom Pranayam really helps, especially in improving sleep. Today, if somebody is able to sleep peacefully, their mornings are always great.
Yeah.
Because you wake up with energy, you're happy to go through the rest of the day, etc. And remember, the last thing that you go to sleep with thinking is the first typical thing that you wake up in the morning. That is why gratitude.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. It has to
You're
begin
welcome.
from you. Yeah, it has to begin from you.
Sarvesh,
Always.
quick questions from the kids who are wanting to ask, then I'll ask Sarika ma'am to conclude. Vansh, can we quickly have you asking your question? Vansh, Amira.
Vansh, go for it. Unmute. Unmute. Yes.
Hello, sir.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you, Vansh?
I am good, sir.
I am good, Sarvesh. Please don't call me sir.
Ma'am,
आप लोग मैम को मैम बुला दो. हाँ, सर को मैं सर नहीं हूँ.
ma'am, I have to do yoga too. Can you please tell me some yogas?
Sorry.
At the age of 7.
Vansh, you can go to the Sarva app and they have yoga modules free of cost where you can learn how to do yoga even at the age of 7 years.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Amira, can you
Welcome.
ask me your question?
Hi, Amira.
Please unmute Amira. Yes.
I want to lose my weight. So tell me, son, what I want to do.
Amira, firstly, don't have to worry at all about your weight. You're looking absolutely beautiful. If you want to practice any form of yoga, every day do 12 Surya Namaskars for 30 days and tell mommy and papa to ensure that they only give you good, try avoiding sugar. If you're eating sugar or if you're having white rice, try avoiding it a little bit, but otherwise don't have to worry. Just do Surya Namaskars every day. Every day do 12 Surya Namaskars, Amira, for the next 30 days.
Rakshita, can we take your question?
Ma'am, I have to tell that, first of all, good evening, everyone. Ma'am, my grandmother has joined the Yoga Sansthan from 1999 and it's 20 years. She do the yoga and she teach me how to do the yoga and I take the classes of yoga for 1 month and I enjoy that classes in my holidays. She is 64 years. Like that, people are very lazy. So, but my grandmother is very healthy and fit and fine. So I'm very impressed that my grandmother is doing yoga and I am doing yoga.
Rakshita, is your grandmother here? Can we meet your granny? दादी
Yes.
मम्मा है क्या?
Yes, ma'am.
हम उनसे मिल सकते हैं?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, she is my granny.
नमस्कार जी. Thank you so much. आपने बड़ा अच्छा बच्चे को सिखाया. आप खुद भी follow करती हो and she is also learning. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
That's really great.
Thank you.
Arav, 4th B.
Is
मैम बहुत सारे लोग कहते हैं कि वो खाना खाने के बाद योगा नहीं करना चाहिए मैम, फिर उससे साइड इफेक्ट क्या होता है मैम वो खाना खाने के बाद योगा करने से?
खाना खाने के बाद आप कुछ भी एक्सरसाइज नहीं करना चाहिए आरव, क्योंकि आपका डाइजेशन ठीक नहीं होगा और जब भी आप आसन या फिजिकल एक्सरसाइज करते हो वो उल्टी सीधी हो सकती है आपके अंदर. समझ लो आसन कर रहे हो वो it can get stuck in your throat, anything can happen internally in your system, but most importantly digestion नहीं होता है. खाना खाने के बाद सिर्फ वज्रासन में बैठो, डाइजेशन अच्छा हो.
Abhas.
So,
Ma'am, I have a question that the yoga that we learn in online apps is better than the yoga that we can learn physical and learn it with them.
It really depends on your teacher, Abbas. It really depends on the teacher and the company that you're learning it from. There are amazing brands out there who are doing a fab job. I mean, for kids especially, yes, the Sarva app has a lot of amazing programs. But we really look up to this company called Cosmic Kids Yoga. They're a YouTube channel. They're great. But even a lot of our programs are inspired also from Cosmic Kids, so you should check them out too, or check the Sarva app. But it really depends on who you're learning it from, Abbas. So it's not about online versus physical. You can learn from a great person online, but you may the teacher who may teaching you in physical may not be the right instructor for you for a child. Every teacher is great while they teach in terms of their different forms, their styles, but it really is important that you're able to connect with that particular teacher.
One last question from Palak, and then after that, Sarika ma'am, if you can conclude, we are already at almost at 5:15. Sarvesh, you're going to have to do more sessions by the rate of questions that are coming. The total number of questions that we are seeing. Palak, you want to quickly ask your question?
My question is, what are the most important asanas that we should do on regular basis in order to boost the immunity and overall metabolism?
Fantastic question. Great question, Palak. So I think this is, Palak, are you specifically asking me for immunity? Can you unmute?
Yes,
are you specifically asking for? Great. Okay. So there are 3 breathing exercises you need to do in the following order. First one is a kriya called Kapalapati. Second one is a pranayama called Anulom Vilom. Third one is a pranayama called Bastrika. Okay. These 3, first one is a kriya, second and third one is a pranayam. These 3 are extremely important for boosting immunity. The fourth one is you should do Ustrasana, which is the camel's pose, for improving your immunity as well. These 4 will really, really help you if you're able to do it on an every single day basis. And interestingly, all these 3 asanas, these 3 exercises are available on the Sarva app for free for life in 6 languages. We have it in 6 languages. You can either practice from that. I have done it in English myself. You can learn from me also. But otherwise, you can go to YouTube and type Anulom Vilom, Kapalapati and Bastrika, and it will tell you on how to do it. But these 3 are very, very important for improving immunity.
Over to you, Sarika ma'am.
Yeah, I express my sincere thanks to Mr. Sarvesh Shashi. You have actually guided us and all the students in such a way that 30-minute self-care routine, drinking lots of water, these are the normal things which many of us are ignoring, like eating early dinner. These days, we have seen that in most of the families, the dinners are getting delayed. So this is also leading to health issues. When similarly, starting a healthy lifestyle, eating healthy, and most of the children who are overweight, they are actually eating not the right food. They are eating the junk food. So all these are the factors which actually help us to maintain our health and be immune to various diseases. This corona is not the only thing. Immunity is for all the diseases. And if we have a kind of 30-minute routine for self-care, I think we will be able to manage not only ourselves, our body, but also our own families. And all of us can have a healthy routine. So, and the code that you gave us, the mantra, also that is something that we would really love. Love like there's no tomorrow, and when tomorrow comes, love again. So let us all take this mantra, be grateful, be thankful to the God for what all He has given us, and let us count our blessings and not the pains during this time. And once we have all the positivities in our lives, certainly we are not only going to have the healthy lifestyle, we will also be having the healthy mind. And of course, all of us would improve our mental makeup also. So with these words, I also thanks Ms. Naina Agarwal Ahuja and all my fellow principals, students, teachers, and of course the parents who are accompanying. So we're really thankful for this session. It was really enlightening. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. This was a great session. We will be back with more sessions. Please request to all the principals, all the teachers, all the parents here, please keep suggesting topics. Please keep giving us feedback. It will help us bring new speakers. It will help us actually plan all the other sessions better. Of course, Dr. Agarwal was someone who used to come up with topics, and anything he spoke about was great. But your guidance will really help us in getting the right speakers. Sarvesh, of course, is a good friend, and he's also my client. So I knew that he would do justice to the time given to him, and he's dead.
I don't know whether I have, but thank you, everybody.
Yes, certainly, it was really a nice
Nana ji,
session.
this is I think my 5th and 6th participation at this platform. I have never seen children this much curious and asking so many questions. Sapna can also vouch to it. Like, we often ask people to ask questions, but this time the questions are, one after the other, still children are raising hands. So that is because of you.
Naisha is
again raising hand. So Sarvesh, you have really done justice to this. And we are really, all of us are really thankful to you. And I hope we'll be having such sessions in future also. आगे भी हम ऐसे sessions करेंगे, because really it is relating to life. It is like one child, young, the sweet girl asked how she can reduce weight. I asked about the eyes. So these are the issues which are moving around her life. So that's really great. I thoroughly enjoyed. Nana ji, thank you so much for calling him.
No, I'm so glad, and like I say this in front of anything. If like I said, my team member messaged me saying Nana is asking. I didn't even read anything else. I said yes. Nothing else. I said not because she's I'm her client and all that, but she's we've grown more close as friends and family right now. So anything for her. Naisha, over to you. Please ask me the question.
Sir, I have a question that what are the benefits of meditation?
What are the benefits of meditation? Naisha, you developed an app. You tell me what is the meditation. वो जो आंख बंद करके हमारा पीछे एक लाइट आएगा, हम banyan tree के नीचे बैठेंगे. Nothing like that. It's not about sitting under a tree. It's not about wearing orange clothes, long hair, long beard, and so on. It's purely about coming to the present, which is the now. So meditation helps you be in an equanimous state of mind by understanding one important reality that all of us miss out on, which is if there is tomorrow, there is today, and if there is day, there is night. So being equanimous at both stages of time will help you a lot. So which is being in the present.
So thank you, sir.
So thank you, Naisha.
Thank you so much, Sarvesh. Thank you.
Thank you, Naina. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, teachers. Thank you. So wonderful seeing teachers always. And really, what all of y'all are doing is amazing, because you guys are making making tomorrow's India. And all the very best. Please feel free to let us know however we can be of help, however I can be of help. Always happy to do whatever little bit we can. So thank you so much for everything.